language evaluator, that's a really scary process. Okay, so as a language evaluator, I will divide my evaluation into two parts, a good part and suggestion part. So for a good part, I think today everyone made a good usage of English, and I will have a pattern that I will just say a sentence, and maybe you guys can tell me who said that in our meeting, okay? So the first one is made a huge progress.
Huh?
Did anyone say that in the meeting? Okay,
No.
yeah, so we can say that if someone made a huge progress, meaning that he got stronger or his capability of English is getting better. And the second one is be nominated to. Who? You should not raise your hand. Let everyone else answer it, okay? Yeah, so Joanna use it very good is that if you want to mention someone is nominated to something, it meaning that it will be he or her is selected. And the next one is surf on the internet. Who? Anyone? Who? Surf on the internet. Who used that? Jenny? Do you know? Surf on internet? Okay, it's Julia. Julia in her speech, she used surf on the internet. I guess it's a very common sense that we don't say we use the internet. We will use the verb surf on the internet. Okay, next one is, I wrote this word. What's that sound? Can anyone pronounce it?
Salutation.
It's salutation or salutation?
Salutation.
Okay, get louder, you know? Sa or sa? Salutation, salutation. First one or second one? Okay, it's salutation. You have to pronounce it with a butterfly. Okay, salutation. But I think Julia in her speech, though she didn't pronounce it correct, but she is a very good usage. That you means someone, you salute to someone. It means that you show your respect. And the other one is, how do you pronounce it? Tolerance or tolerance? Yeah, tolerance. Be careful for the R. It's not tall, it's top. Tolerance. Okay, and I think there's a good usage of if you are good at something and you can replace it with other usage. Like good at, or you can use master in, or do well in. Since I heard many members use good at in their speech or their table topic session, but somehow you can change to use other master in or do well in to give your speech or table topic response have a more variable change. Yeah. And for this speaker, she said, don't mess up. Who? Someone? No, why? Didn't you listen carefully to the speakers? Yeah, Vivia, Jenny, good. But I want to mention that don't mess up is a good usage, but you can use another to replace it. It's the same meaning. So Vivia can say, don't mess up, or you can say, don't get me wrong. It's the same usage, but you can just replace it. And Vivia also mentioned a very common use pattern is, I think it's a very junior high school language usage. You can say, as sweet as something, as good as something. So maybe you can use more of this usage in your speech. And also, she used a very good quotation. It's like, you reap what you sow. It means that whatever you pay and you will get whatever you got. And also, this sentence is, add too much subjective thought. Anyone remember this thought, this sentence? Amy, right? I think it's a very descriptive sentence. Add too much subjective thought. So subjective meaning that it's a thought from your personal experience. So please don't add too much subjective thought. And a good pronunciation, I think, is Who said that? Who? No, no one else? Should her raise her hand? No? Okay, yeah, this Li Wen. She pronounced it very correctly. But I think you pronounce the escalator, but it should be Li, the escalator, since it is A-E-I-O-U. It's an elementary school English, right? And N did pronounce it correct. I think I pronounced it wrong before, but after I check it, N pronounced it right. How do you pronounce it? Coupon, not coupon. It's coupon. It's like coupon, not coupon. Actually, I pronounced coupon previously, but now I learned it. It's coupon, so it's coupon. Remember that. Okay, so for suggestion part, I can say that sometimes maybe the pronunciation, I think since we are not a native speaker, somehow we will make a mistake, but we have to pay attention to the last word of each word. Like someone said, it tastes all the time, but it should be it tastes. S should be added. And someone mentioned that pretty ignored by me, but I think she wants to mention it's pretty annoyed by me. So ignore and annoy is completely different meaning, so you have to pay attention to this word usage. And someone mentioned that lie me. I don't think it's a verb. Lie is a verb. But you can say send a message online. But I don't. But everyone uses lie me now, right?
Google is a verb.
Google is a verb.
Yeah.
Okay. Since I didn't use lie so much, okay, lie me is a verb. Okay, I learned that. So someone say, tell me the truth. It should be tell me the truth. It's a noun, not the adjective. And someone mentioned, PPT say, app. App? It's an app. It's not an app. It's an app. Since app, I think is application software, so I guess it should be an app, right? So TM is the table topic, right? Did you just write an app or an app? Oh, I forgot it. Okay, so and for a table topic session, someone mentioned that foreigner roommate. Foreigner roommate? But I guess it's a foreign roommate, since foreign is adjective to describe roommate, but not foreigner. Foreigner roommate is foreign roommate. Okay, since I reached the time, okay, so I guess we can always learn from me, right? Toastmaster of you.